what's up, hangsighters? So Vice did a little documentary called The Dark Side in the 90s, and it had this little part that really stuck out to me. So Gabrielle Carteris, who played Andrea Zuckerman on the hit TV show Beverly Hills 90210, she came out with a story about wearing her Star of David that represents her religion, which is of the Jewish culture. And the directors pretty much questioned her, why are you wearing that? And she was like, because I'm Jewish, my character's Jewish, and she's Jewish in real life. Then the producers ended up saying, oh, well, I need you to take it off because middle America does not find that very fondly, and they would be all spitting out and whatnot. Pretty much, they just told her to just take that shit off because it would offend people. And, she stood up for herself and said, oh, you know what? Okay, that's fine. If you want me to take off the Star of David, then anybody who wears a cross or even says any sort of Bible, religious verses on the show, they can't do that as well. So I'll give you an ultimatum. Either you do that or I'm leaving the show. And so they changed the rulings of that. That would be like if I wore a, there's a thing in our culture called the Maus, which is a little like dress thing that you wear to go to bed. If I suddenly come to the set and wear that shit, and if anybody tells me, oh, you want to like change off your clothing and all that because it might upset some people, I'm gonna tell them to fuck off as well, because I'm not doing that to entertain people. I'm doing that to represent who I am and what my feelings are about how it is in the real world. Shout out to Gabrielle Carteris for doing that. I really respected her story. And, most will probably say the 90s was a great time. There wasn't anything wrong to compare to right now. Although that may be the case, there are a few issues like the one I just told you about where there's still of their biasness and showing prejudice towards any other people that doesn't believe in what they think. For that, I want to say, go fuck off to that. I really stand for what I believe in, and I want to be open with that. I want to be open with the fact that I can't be a Somali person living in the United States of America without anybody having to look over their shoulder and say, hey, this guy doesn't really look like us or feel like us. They can think that way, and I can just go on about my own life, and that's it. Alright guys, stay tuned. I'll create some more content to you guys in the near future. Peace.